In the middle of the Arklay Mountains, deep within the forest, lies a mansion. 3 members of the local investigative unit, STARS, will enter the mansion. Not all will leave. Welcome to Resident Evil. This is the first video in a new series where I am tasking myself to 100% every mainline Resident Evil before Resident Evil Requiem comes out. At this point, I don't even know if it's possible, but I'm going to give it my all to do so. For now, let's enter the planning phase to break down what we need to do in order to 100% this game. To start with, I checked for any achievements that require X number of playthroughs to complete. The achievement Passion for Fashion requires you to obtain all costumes within the game, which is 2 for each character. This means we'll have to play through the game a minimum of 4 times in order to achieve everything. 4 playthroughs is already a lot, so let's not make things harder on ourselves and strive to achieve everything we can within those 4 playthroughs. For playthrough 1, we'll be starting on a clean save file, meaning we don't have any infinite ammo weapons or special modes unlocked yet. The highest difficulty we can choose right now is normal, and we'll need to complete it to unlock the next difficulty option. Theoretically, if we knew the game well enough to run it, we could knock the speedrun out right now, but I don't like to use guides unless I have to, as I think it diminishes my ability to communicate why I'm doing what I'm doing. The first run's purpose is going to be information gathering. Our primary objective is going to be to get the every Nook and Cranny achievement, requiring us to visit every location and collect every item available to us. I'll be going into the most detail for the first playthrough, so that in future ones I can skip past the same events. I select Jill Valentine for this playthrough as she has more inventory space and a lockpick that gets through certain doors. With everything set and the mansion ahead, let's get into the first run. Begin by watching a 240p cutscene saying RIP to Big Kev. Jill remembers she has a membership to PETA before falling over for the first of many times. Get introduced to the voice acting,
Chris, this way,
and enter the survival horror. Chris goes full David Blaine street magic and disappears in the 100-yard run up to the mansion.
Jill, no.
Luckily, we have Barry here to help us, a character I'm sure will have a rich and vibrant history going forwards in this series. The game introduces us to the saving system, which are consumable ink ribbons scattered around the map. We only have a limited number available, so we have to save wisely. Head out into the hallway to find Kenneth getting absolutely housed by a reanimated cue ball. Really feel the fear in Jill's voice?
Look out! It's a monster!
And watch Barry take 3 shots to kill it, despite the fact that his gun is the second most powerful in the game. Wesker made like every box of cookies in my pantry and vanished mysteriously. Get the lockpick from Barry and check every door in the main hall. There's a helmet door, the door to the sound I make after running for just 3 minutes, and the dining room we were just in. I try to activate the skedaddle protocol just to see if I can, and I'm greeted with Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. Head in to the only door we haven't checked yet, housing this statue with way too much cake. In here is our first defensive item, and Jill adds a tally to the Jill falling over counter. Utilize the best strategy in our arsenal when cornered, tanking damage. That puts us on Death's Door, which is visually indicated by Jill looking like she's about to detonate the next bathroom she finds. Push a table to the center of the room to grab a map of the first floor, and head out into the graveyard. There's 2 more jokers out here, along with an indentation for an arrow to slot into. Burn the defensive item we just got, and check the second floor for open doors. Grab another dagger and commit minor vandalism in this dude's house. With no real options, head back through the dining room into the next area. Leave that guy to his business and find a videotape in Kenneth's hand. Surely this tape will have the secrets to unlock the entire story, so take it with us for now. Head into the next area, grabbing another handgun mag and the healing items for the game, green herbs. Head past a college freshman to find the room of ominous shield guys. Find a sweet key up here and... Okay, put it back. Find another locked door further in, then head back out combining 2 green herbs to heal back up to full. Hit the zombie here with movement he's never seen before, grabbing an arrow out of a statue. We know where this goes. Head back out into the graveyard, playing the hit Cartoon Network TV show, Hole in the Wall. What lovely forest villa wouldn't be complete without 4 disembodied heads missing different key features and a giant coffin suspended in midair by 4 chains. Grab the Book of Curses for a bit of light reading, and find a key lodged in the back. The book tells us that if we collect 4 masks, then true evil will awaken, meaning they only need to make 2 more The Mask movies in order for this prophecy to be fulfilled. This key is the Sword Key, which will allow us to open new pathways within the mansion. Head up to the 2nd floor, entering an area with a lot of locked doors. Bad news though, the only unlocked door is on the total opposite side of this hallway. Grab a wooden mount just before going in, finding more ammo, a dog whistle, and a lighter. The dog whistle comes with a memo telling us to blow it on the west balcony, but we have some work to do first. Right outside this room is the first safe room. You can always tell when we're in one because of the sick beat that plays. In this room is a flask that we fill with kerosene to burn the bodies of the zombies. If you don't burn the bodies, the zombie will come back to life even stronger, which, and you can quote me on this, sucks. Good news, this area is great for going for our first tricky achievement, burning 2 zombies at the same time. Bad news, everything else. The zombies like to play dead and then get back up, meaning we have to kill 2 of them very close together. If they aren't full-on zombieception, they won't burn. I drag all 3 zombies downstairs and funnel them into this little hallway, killing them and burning the bodies. The first try only burns up 1, and the camera really hates me for the second, so I struggle to find the best spot to hit both at once. Luckily, I managed to do it, earning 3 achievements in the process. Find the Post Malone door, which if we use too much will eventually break and not let us through. We'll save using it for later, so head up and into a room with a fireplace and a locked helmet door. Feel bad for all the children who had to play this game because this next part makes no sense. Light the fireplace and shove the wooden mount onto the metal above it to get a map of the mansion's 2nd floor. Head back out into the hallway, hitting the first zombie with the Abraham Lincoln. Burn the other guy and head back downstairs into the thick statue room, unlocking the door and heading into a new hallway. Push the only cabinets the graphic design team actually cared to draw, and head into the next area. The first door here can be lockpicked, and the door next to it has the first in a long series of bathtubs that someone left full of water. This zombie was apparently bathing fully clothed at the time of his transformation, and decided that even in the afterlife, he'd just chill out here. Watch him step out of the tub the way old people do, and stomp his lights out. Why we can't do this to every zombie we come across, I don't know. Experience the most rapid cutscene to gameplay transition I've ever seen, and grab the dagger out of the now empty tub, greening this area on the map. We'll need to fully green the map in order to get the achievement we're going for this playthrough. Continue onwards, finding a wall-mounted shotgun. If we take it off the wall, then when we leave, we'll get crushed to death by a collapsing ceiling. Luckily, I know a little trick. Jill has a special advantage, which is that Barry will come and save us. At least I thought he did. This mistake earns us another achievement, and we get reset all the way back to the first save room, before burning everybody up. Chain strategies, heading to the west side of the map to tell a few zombies they're cooked, and grab the emblem and the blue gemstone from the dining room. Drop those off back at the item box and take out the dog whistle, then go back to the west side and lockpick our way to the west balcony. Utilize the same power given to Charlie at the end of the original Santa Claus, except instead of Santa, we get 2 zombie dogs. Take them down with our exceptional combat skills, and grab the collar they drop. Inside is a key-shaped not key, and we brute force our way back to a new safe room with no ammo. Inside a storage room nearby is a new defensive item, a broken shotgun, and some more ink ribbons. This hall has an infestation, and someone just called the exterminator. Head upstairs, unlocking a shortcut through the mirror hallway. Return to the other side of the house, replacing the regular shotgun with the broken one, avoiding us going full Flat Stanley. Head outside the door we just lockpicked, grabbing several herbs and a bag of plant killer. Go back to the mirror hallway to grab the armor key, encountering something along the way. That was a Crimson Head, and by defeating it, we have successfully earned our next achievement. You've gotta be kidding me. Use the armor key on a door down here, and enter a room that we have to green. A book in here tells us the tale of a researcher descending into a horrible state, and with that room completed, head across the hall and find a tiger with blue and yellow eyes. In a room all the way down the hall is a water pump and a really angry plant. Go back and grab our herbicide and the blue gemstone, slotting it into the tiger statue to get shotgun shells. Shove the herbicide into the water and pump it towards the mean plant. With that plant deleted, grab the death mask off the wall behind it and throw all the green herbs here into your inventory to avoid having to come back. Why do we want to avoid having to come back? Probably because of that. Head out the door at the end of the hall here and tell this zombie to stop resisting before unlocking the door he was guarding, finding a sheet of music behind a bookcase. Unlock the door to the basement, marking the final use of the sword key, allowing us to throw it on the ground. Collect everything in the basement, then leave. Return to the main hall using the armor key on a door upstairs. Enter the hallway of ultimate locked doors, unlocking the first and heading inside to find our boy Richard has been absolutely obliterated.
What did this to you?
A big snake.
We have to get across the map to get him serum, but we've luckily just cleared the path there. Cure Richard with the serum, who gives us his radio. He's now just gonna sit on the floor here for a while. We could move him to a bed, but we don't like him that much. Unlock all the armor key doors you can find, and see that Barry left us some resources in our safe room. What a guy, that Barry. Green some of the rooms you just unlocked, finding Barry in a room upstairs. The voice acting strikes again.
Well, I guess we were right about this mansion being quite unnatural.
And we solve a puzzle in here, finding a wind crest, before Jill gets hit with the squirrels in my pants spell.
That girl's got some serious squirrels in her pants.
Enter a room past Richard, lighting a candelabra with our lighter. Combine these two to make one full sheet of music, and return downstairs to play the full song on the piano. What's insane to me is that they make the solution to a puzzle a full actual piece of music, and not just a random string of notes. What if you lose a hand or a few fingers somewhere in this mansion of traps? Can you just not get around your house anymore? Hit the golden emblem here with the Indiana Jones swap out, and put the golden emblem back where the old one used to be. The clock has a cryptic puzzle which can luckily be solved by looking at the painting right next to it. Putting the long hand on the head and the short hand on the chest solves it. giving us the shield key. This key is good for one door and one door only. However, before we get there, let's finish off the armor key first. There's a bunch of paintings in this room and a lady with an orange bracer, a purple necklace, and a green crown. Flip each painting to the proper color and grab the death mask outside. Grab the shotgun shells out here and slot the death mask into position, breaking off one of the chains on the coffin. Time to solve another puzzle. With that done, open the jewelry box to find another death mask inside. Head to the main hall door we unlocked earlier to find Rot Johnson here next to a grenade launcher. Hasn't Bravo Team only been here for like 24 hours? Zombification must rot you out real fast. Head around the corner to grab the herbs here and... Remember to bring the shield key, because we're about to go full Chamber of Secrets on this mansion. Rich decides he isn't Eepy anymore and grabs a shotgun from... somewhere. Grab the death mask in the back of the room and kill that snake.
Thanks.
With Yawn defeated, Jill's tripping out, so walk yourself all the way back to the same place we cured Richard. Remember that we did that. It will come up again later. Gear up and head back to the graveyard, placing the death masks in, causing the tombstone to flail around like that one grandma that got hellevac'd from that canyon. It's time to face off against true evil. Dang, true evil is not that scary. Grab the stone and metal object from the coffin and head outside, slotting it in place to unlock the pathway to the residence. There are some items inside to collect and 2 pathways to choose. Head for the right, finding a map with compass directions leading towards very unfriendly things, and 2 colored spinning weather vanes. We get a radio message from Barry, who is hitting us with the crinklesome paper next to the receiver strategy, and we find 2 dogs at the bottom with different wants. Turn both weather vanes to match the dogs to unlock the gate ahead. The next area has some slots for something to fit in, and we hear the same moan ahead that we heard in the mansion staircase. Head inside the nearby house and find a crank before getting judo chopped to the dome. Luckily, the monster lets you rest by the fire until you wake up, and then decides to beat your ass. Return outside to come face to face with a zombie fresh off a corkscrew roller coaster. And use the wind charge we got earlier to unlock the gravestone puzzle, earning us the Magnum. Return and head the other way, getting through a courtyard of dogs before channeling our inner Soulja Boy and cranking Dad. Head down an elevator, finding a slot for a battery, and sprint through the hallway of Snake Rain. Now that we're in the residence, head inside this room and... Oh my god! Light a red oil lamp to see a strange eye shape. There's another orange lamp nearby, and a pool table with numbered colored balls on them. The final green lamp is at the bottom of the stairs here, and there's a book on the counter that we grab before we skedaddle. Push this box to get over the holes in the next hallway, and listen to a strange conversation behind this door.
No, that wasn't part of our deal.
Like I said, I have my orders.
But it's not necessary to destroy stars.
Don't be a hard dog to take under the porch, Barry.
What about my family?
I will guarantee their safety.
If I play my cards right.
Before we go in, grab this map off the wall, unleashing the hit 2009 Black Eyed Peas song. Barry says he was just talking to himself, and we push some bookcases out of the way to find a ladder hidden in the room. Find a key for room 001 in the bathroom here, and return to unlock that door, finding the most powerful gun in the game. Drain another full bathtub to get a key to a control room, and head down the ladder we discovered earlier, entering the Aqua Ring. Jam out to more sweet music that plays down here, and push some comically large boxes to cross this gap that's here for some reason. Put in a call to the Discovery Channel because it's Shark Week out here. Head down, reading a sign that says opening valve number 2 will restore oil pressure. Begin the process of draining the water, only to be interrupted by a baby megalodon. Stunt on the dead sharks, and enter a room full of more killer plants. We can't do anything about them yet, so continue downwards, finding the mega shark dead. Hit him with the Victor Frankenstein, and grab the key, returning to the residence. Use the key we just got to open the last door in the hall, and enter the code we got from lighting the oil lamps to enter a small lab. Leave it for now, and find pesticide in the main area. Spray it through the hole in the wall, and grab the key to room 003. Enter it, finding a book on the shelf describing that the lab we found earlier can be used to make V-Jolt, which will kill mega plants. Use the book we got earlier to solve a puzzle that I can't show you because there's a naked lady on the cover. Enter the bathroom here to drain another bathtub, and return to the lab to cook us up some drugs. Now that we've cooked, head back down to the Aqua Ring and throw the juice all over the evil plant we found earlier. Then enter the door we unlocked with the book puzzle. Grab the key from the fireplace here and head back to the mansion, finding Wesker shooting at nothing? Load up on gear before heading back, because we're about to meet some real pieces of work. Jill gets a call from Brad on the radio, but uses the full intellect of a STARS Alpha team member to deduce that the radio is broken.
Brad! Shit, it's broken.
Re-enter the mansion and prepare for war. Those guys are hunters, and they are the single biggest threat we will face in this game. More than bosses, I hear you say? Yes, for the sole reason that hunters can instant kill you. If you hear a screech from off camera, you're about 2 seconds away from immediately dying. They will be hell to our mental health on the no saving run. Use our newfound key to unlock the room beyond the fireplace we lit earlier, pushing a statue into place and dropping down a hole, finding a medal and a book detailing that they shoved a guy down here where he found his own tombstone. My question is, if they wanted to kill him, why did they bother commissioning someone to build him a tombstone? It even says RIP on it. Head down to find... I hate this place, man. Keep pushing deeper, flipping the breaker and restoring power to the elevator. We emerge back into the basement, taking the elevator up into a new area of the second floor. Find the battery we were missing earlier, along with some more ammo for the shotgun and grenade launcher. Return to the west wing to drop off some things at the item box, and unlock the door here to find some grenade shells and a new puzzle. There are gemstones in the eyes of the animals here, and they lock while the eagle is facing them. Sneak under him, pulling out the gemstones from both sides. We know where the yellow gemstone goes, so shove it into the tiger statue to get an MO disc, whatever that is. Unlock the door in the main lobby, which leads to a room with a large mirror in it. Inside is another jewelry box that we combine with the red gemstone to solve another puzzle, granting us the emblem key. Use it, finding half of the second stone and metal object we need to open up the way forwards. The other half lies back on the other side of the map, but we have one more door to open. Return to the Shield of Death room, unlocking the door here to find... Give Yawn a good old-fashioned walloping. And grab the second medal. We are fully greened out so far, so make sure you have the battery and the crank, and return to the other side. There's now a path through the waterfall, so head down to enter the caves. This part sucks. There's half of a shaft with Roman numerals on it in this elevator, and a little further on is Enrico. Pay attention to how he talks to Jill here.
You're alive.
Stop! Are you with anybody, Jill?
No, but why?
The stars are finished. Someone is a traitor. Umbrella set us up.
Enrico!
Jill has very little care despite the fact that the shooter is just around that corner, but the game says he's holding something despite the fact that the crank is very clearly in between his legs on the ground. Return back, dispatching a few more hunters along the way. See what I mean? These guys are brutal. Crank it, then Raiders of the Lost Ark your way out of that situation. Enter the next door to find our next major enemy. With Black Tiger dispatched, we earn another achievement, and enter Crank City, dodging another rock. Solve a statue puzzle here to get the other half of the crank, unlocking access to the elevator. Barry invites himself and decides to post up at the elevator, continuing to contribute nothing to the team. Head through the door here to find Two-Face from earlier, and push a box onto a moving elevator to send it back towards Barry. This part is the trickiest area to green in the entire game, because of hidden items on top of these boxes. Return to Barry, who immediately pieces out, and crush the box, gaining a broken flamethrower. Use it to progress deeper in, and find the second half of the stone and metal object in a jewelry box here. Exit from beneath where we found the crank, using both stone and metal objects to open the path underneath the main staircase. Make sure to take both medals, because we'll need them soon enough. Head in to find the betrayer at work.
Jill, you're alive. I was worried, because I thought you were...
Start talking.
Calm down. I didn't want to do it. Believe me, I can explain.
Don't lie to me.
No time to talk. Jill, hand me my gun.
We get the option to give Barry the gun back, and he's just such an adorable little scamp that I give it to him. Push all the rocks off the edge, causing the tomb to open and Lisa Trevor to MLG water bucket off the side, earning us another achievement. We give Barry a pass for pulling a gun on us 5 seconds ago for some reason, and use the medals to activate another 240p cutscene, revealing a secret path to the lab. The final area. Take out the zombies here, grabbing another MO disc off a shelf nearby, and remove the zombies in the next area. In a side room here, we can find a note just straight up revealing a guy's username and password, and a secondary password can be solved by using the X-rays and the first letter of each organ shown. I get that this is before you could just click generate secure passwords, but this is some crazy stuff. Use that login to unlock the remaining doors, and head upstairs to find the third MO disc along with a keypad that we don't have the code to yet. Downstairs in a freshly unlocked room, Go Gadget incinerator a zombie and find a refueling station and a transmitter box that lets us insert one of the MO discs, unlocking one of the locks on a door nearby. Grab a set of slides nearby and enter them into the slide deck upstairs to get the code for the keypad, opening a wall and giving us the lab key and a station to view Kenneth's videotape. Here comes the plot-shattering revelations.
What? Get away from me! No! Hey! No!
Yeah, no, that's definitely something. Use the lab key to unlock a new area, climbing through the vents here and finding our final enemy type, bugs. We insert the second MO disc and continue onwards, finding the final safe room of the game. Clear out all the Uggo Buggos in the next room, and grab the fuel canister here. We find the final MO disc station and a room with a self-destruct mechanism in it. Go back and open the door we unlocked, finding Chris downstairs in the basement.
Chris, you're alive!
Of course I'm alive.
How on earth he got down here, despite the amount of puzzles I had to solve to get here, still eludes me.
You out of here. Ugh, it won't open. Wait, I'll be back to get you out.
Okay, no sightseeing though.
Refill the fuel canister, which warns us that if we run, could immediately explode. With that sorted, restore power to the elevator here and head into the final confrontation.
Wesker!
Thank you, Barry.
Well, what do you know?
Oh, don't blame Barry for everything. I hear that his better half and 2 lovely daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
Wesker, you're pathetic.
Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry,
You gotta love Barry.
you bastard.
Oh, what are you planning?
I guess it's time for show and tell. It's magnificent. You know, I hate goodbyes.
Barry!
Forgive me.
Shit! Damn it!
Jill and Barry together. In hell. What? Premature.
Jill hits him with the meanest insult one could give to someone on social media.
You viral cultured freak!
And we go mano a womano against Tyrant. Use the self-defense gun and all the magnum bullets we've been saving to take him down. Unlock the doors, bringing Barry upstairs before the self-destruct sequence begins. Get Chris out of his cell,
Sorry about the wait.
who immediately proceeds to act like he hasn't been doing a sum total of jack diddly, and head out onto the helipad for the endgame. Chris wants to say that he did something,
Would you let me have my moments too?
so head up without them and light a signal rocket to call out to Brad in the helicopter. Bad news though, Tyrant's still here, and the dude packs a punch. After damaging him enough, Brad drops a rocket launcher from the helicopter that we never see, and speaks without hearing any rotor blades at all. Control-Alt-Delete Tyrant, and hop in the low-resolution helicopter with Chris and Barry, blowing up the mansion behind you. With our first run clocking in just under 6 hours, we officially unlock real survival mode as well as Jill's good ending, and the every Nook and Cranny achievement. Now that we've gone through the story once, the rest of the runs can be explained a lot simpler. Let's hop into our first Chris run, this time focusing on 2 major things: speedrunning and knife only.
Chris, this way.
To start the second run, make it to the mansion, except Barry is MIA, and, spoiler alert, he's never coming back. Already things are different, as Chris likes to do things solo.
I'll go and check it out.
Now, for some explanation, when the game says knife only, they mean it. I can't use any other weapons, any defensive items, and I can't even burn the zombies that I knife to death. Head through the hallway to trigger the Kenneth cutscene and immediately bounce, returning to the main hall to find everyone's gone, and Jill's gun on the ground. We don't have to clear every room this time, so just book it for the arrow upstairs that unlocks the graveyard. Health items are going to be critical for this run, because our main method of dealing with the blockages is going to be running headfirst into them with our body. Unlock the graveyard, grabbing the sword key, and head down the hallway that Jill got crushed in earlier. Chris is, unfortunately, not the master of unlocking, and needs to find keys scattered around the mansion to unlock the doors that Jill immediately had access to. Head to the bathroom with the old person zombie, who Chris fails to stomp on, officially making him less effective than Jill. With the first old key acquired, return. Now that that's avoided, unlock the upstairs dining room sword door, then book it for the dog whistle. Another downside to Chris is that he only gets 6 inventory slots instead of Jill's 8, meaning balancing our items becomes more crucial. Grab another old key off the typewriter here, and demonstrate our sick jukes before sprinting over to the west balcony to get the collar. Get the fake armor key and immediately swap it out with the real one. Unlock the music room and the basement, grabbing an old key down here, and then unlock the 2 doors in the upstairs hallway and find Richard being helped by Rebecca. This is the main difference between Chris and Jill. Instead of Barry, we get Rebecca. Grab the serum for Richard, unlocking the downstairs door for later, and deliver the serum. Richard gives you his radio, and you and Rebecca take him to the bed for the serum instead of just leaving him on the floor like we did earlier. Chris hits Rebecca with the "this isn't my job,"
Richard needs you now.
and we run and grab the sheet music from upstairs. Grab the other half from the piano room and start to play the song. We ain't getting out of the mansion with this one. Rebecca pulls up and says that absolute garbage we just spewed sounds like the song we were trying to play.
That sounded like Moonlight Sonata.
Rebecca decides to give it a shot, and Chris has the gall to ask what that was.
Oh, what was that?
Rebecca requests to practice, forcing us to leave for a while. Why is this an in-game requirement? No idea. Use the time Rebecca's practicing to unlock the mirror hallway shortcut and the final upstairs main hall door. Return to Rebecca, who successfully unlocks the wall, and swap out the emblems. Immediately use it to solve the clock puzzle and head up to fight Yawn. I must be using a magic eraser, the way that I was Mr. Clean on this fight. Grab the death mask and leave, demonstrating another difference in Jill and Chris. Chris goes full on FIFA, unable to get the serum himself, whereas Jill walked her ass all the way across the map to cure herself. We take control of Rebecca temporarily, giving me wartime flashbacks to the time I tried to play Resident Evil 0. Bring Chris the serum, regaining control, and limp your way out of there. Immediately solve the armor statue puzzle and get the second death mask. Use the armor key on another door, leading to a bedroom with healing supplies, and use an old key to unlock the door to the B dimension. Unlock the final armor key door, solving the colored jewelry puzzle, and grabbing the third death mask, unlocking the door out and placing the masks. Use the final old key we have to unlock the patio to grab the herbicide, and head out to kill some plants. Grab the death mask and get ready to fight pure evil once again. Unfortunately for me, this time, pure evil's got hands. Grab the stone and metal object, then navigate hell to get outside. Slot it in, unlocking the dog door and grabbing the crank. Get karate chopped and activate the skedaddle protocol. Once inside the residence, we're basically not going to stop moving. Grab the red book downstairs, ignoring the oil lamps this time. Attempt to deal with the spider on the door, but just go through anyway. Go to room 002, opening the ladder access and grabbing the key from the bathroom. Door unlocked. Key grabbed. Ladder down. Boxes pushed. Richard dead. Solve the emergency water puzzle, blasting the shark and grabbing the gallery key. Grab the pesticide and blast him, then grab the key and head in. We will not be making V-Jolt this time, meaning we are going mono Aplanto, knife only style. Watch the Oscar award-winning drama.
Richard. He's... gone.
I'm sorry.
It's my fault. I should have watched out for him.
And find Wesker still shooting at nothing. With the residents beaten, here comes the real scary part. Hunters. The main goal right now is to get into the safe room inside the mansion and avoid an insta-death. Jesus Christ. Unlock the fireplace door, pushing the statue and grabbing the metal, entering the basement. These spiders are going to be a real problem. Flip the breaker, taking the elevator up and grabbing the battery, heading out and preparing to dodge the Crimson Head up ahead. It's time to fight Yawn again. Grab the book in the back, and head back to the main hall to grab the jewelry box. Then get the gemstones out of the animal eyes, and get the emblem key. We also need to grab the MO disc here, so we can rescue Jill later. So plug the yellow gemstone into the tiger, and enter the emblem door. The second we enter, we hear Rebecca scream. And if we're late to get upstairs, she dies. She's being gobbled on by a hunter, so use our knife jitsu to successfully rescue her. Chris asks Rebecca,
You with me?
then immediately tells her,
You're on your own.
return to the emblem room to grab the other half of the object. Then head outside and make like fried chicken the way it be battery up in here. Head into the underground to find a much less friendly Enrico this time around.
Don't come any closer, Chris.
What happened?
Double crosser.
Enrico, wait.
And he's still not holding the crank. I don't care what you tell me. Go full Barry Allen on the hunters and head deeper in. It's time to fight Black Tiger. With it dispatched, get more cranky than me after being told we'll only be at the party for a few hours, and it's going on hour 6. Activate the elevator and push the box, grabbing the broken flamethrower and entering Lisa's secret lair, getting the other half of the object. Go full Dragon Ball and shove those puppies into the door in the mansion. Since Barry isn't here to help this time, Wesker is here to distract Lisa. Don't even bother saying bye to Wesker, and throw the medals into the fountain. Immediately unlock the computer, since we know the logins anyway, and begin unlocking the door to Jill. Use the code we already know to get the lab key and the other MO discs. Throw in the other 2 discs, and clear out any little bugs that'll stand in our way when we bring the nitro fuel over. Turn on the elevator and head back up with Rebecca to confront Wesker.
So you've come.
Rebecca!
Don't move. It's magnificent.
Let's do this for Rebecca.
Chris!
What?
Rebecca, you're alive!
Yeah.
Rebecca says we should blow the place up, and Chris hits her once again with the
I'll leave that up to you, Rebecca.
get Jill out of the cell in the basement, escaping and facing down Tyrant outside, with only our knife to save us. Use the rocket launcher to finish the fight, as it doesn't void the achievement, and we successfully beat it in under 3 hours with only our knife. Since we've gone through both sides of the story now, I'm going to only give you the main highlights for the last 2 playthroughs to avoid just running the same beats again. For the third run, we're playing on real survival, meaning the game's set to the hardest difficulty and the item boxes aren't linked up. If we leave the crank on the east side and we need it on the west, we'll have to physically run to get it. I swapped out Jill's outfit to add a little flavor to the run, so you can visually tell I'm on a different playthrough. The key strategies I'm employing for this run are twofold. 1. Isolate. Instead of wasting ammo trying to kill every zombie we come across, I'm going to choose the spots I most frequent and keep those totally clear while conserving any ammo in other places. 2. Stockpile. Shotgun ammo, magnum ammo, and the grenade launcher all become very scarce resources in this mode. Healing items are less frequent, and a lot of bigger ammo types are replaced with handgun mags. This means I need to save the heavy-hitting ammo for the situations that most require it. We also die in 3 hits on this mode, so my preferred strategy of throwing myself neck first at the enemies will not work here. One of my first decisions is to choose one item box as home base. If every item box is separated, keeping track of what is where is going to be much more challenging, so centralizing my items to one primary box will allow me to keep track of what I've picked up. I choose the one on the east side since it's right next to the door leading to the residence, which I will be going back and forth from later. As such, I need to fully clear out the paths to this item box so that I can reach it safely every time. I die trying to get the collar, truly proving that the game isn't messing around anymore. I run out of handgun ammo getting that collar, and am forced to clear the entire west area safe room with only my knife. Get the plant death mask, the outside death mask, the shotgun, and the wind charge, then head to where we find Richard. We're actually going to let him die this time, but we can't get past him before he actually eats it, so we need to waste 3 minutes. Grab the statue death mask and the grenade launcher while we wait, and return to find Richard dead. Grab the music score, playing the piano and swapping the emblems, then grab the shield key and head up to Yawn. Now, we're actually going to employ an advanced strategy we haven't used yet in this fight.
Let's leave!
Plug in all the death masks, and use the shotgun we've been saving up until now. Now that we have the stone and metal object, I'll remind you that whatever I take over to the residence is all I have to use over there. I also then need to bring it back if I take across something that I can't carry. So, what's the obvious solution? Take nothing. I grab the wind crest to get the magnum on the way, and the stone and metal object to get through, but we're going to do the entire residence without even a knife as backup. With the residents completed weaponless, head back to the mansion and pull out the shotgun for the hunters. They aren't worth the risk of having around, so using some of our precious resources is worth the peace of mind. Grab the metal, flip the breaker, grab the battery, and emerge on the upper level of the dining room. I actually utilize the graveyard path to get in and out of the east wing very often, as it avoids the zombies that spawn upstairs after defeating Yawn, and bypasses going through the shotgun hallway which gets overrun with zombies and dogs. Speaking of defeating Yawn, I trap him in an endless loop around this bookshelf and only use my knife to conserve ammo. But I'll keep it a stack with you. This fight alone takes me over 10 minutes of just knifing his tail. Grab the second medal here, then the jewelry box, and the red gemstone. Get the first half of the second stone and metal object, then head into the underground with only our shotgun. There are hunters that spawn down here, so bringing some heavy artillery is worthwhile. Don't waste your ammo on Black Tiger, and grab the cylinder, powering on the elevator and grabbing the broken flamethrower. Get the other half of the stone and metal object, and return to the mansion, moving everything we own into the item box beneath the stairs. Once we shove the medals into the fountain and head down, we won't be coming back. Decide our final loadout and head into the depths, this time giving Barry the middle finger.
I can't do that. Barry!
He perfectly drops a picture of his hostage family, but we're evil Jill right now, so shove the medals in and go back to grab his magnum. The final section. Let's do this. Gear up and head upstairs to deal with Wesker and Tyrant.
I'll deal with you, freak.
I want to save the Magnum and Barry's Magnum for the final Tyrant fight outside, so I only take the pistol and the shotgun. After defeating them, I keep waiting for the self-destruct to go off, but it never does. I backtrack all the way back to the lab to find that Wesker dropped a key this time, which I can use to open the doors to escape. I prepare to fight Tyrant outside, only he doesn't show up. Turns out, if you don't save Barry, you just don't fight Tyrant again, meaning I had all my strongest gear collecting dust for no reason. We successfully didn't save anyone, netting us the achievement for beating real survival and being evil Jill. We only have one run to go, but this one adds a really new element. Welcome back to Christown, only this time we look totally rad. What's different about this run, you might ask? Well, let's see. More specifically, let's not see. That's right. Every enemy is invisible now. Also, because we haven't done it on any other run, we have to beat the entire game without saving. The only times you can see enemies are in mirrors, puddle reflections, and when they actually grab you. Luckily at this point, we know the route through the game pretty well, so as long as we're smart, we shouldn't have too much trouble. Editor me, cue the montage.
You did a fine job.
By successfully beating all 4 runs, real survival, invisible enemy mode, 3-hour speedrun, and... wait, what's that? We haven't had Barry save Jill from being crushed yet? And the 3-hour speedrun technically needs to be done on normal to unlock the final weapon for the Starsenal achievement? Yeah, just, do another playthrough really fast, knocking those out, and now we have successfully 100%ed Resident Evil 1. I really appreciate you watching this far. This was my largest project yet, with my final playtime being 32.6 hours. If you like what you saw, like the video and subscribe for more content like this in the future. This was my first in my Resident Evil series, so if you like this, stay tuned for Resident Evil 2. I'd also like to give a huge shout out to my patrons, Dixby, Alex, and Jude, who got early access to this video. You guys are incredible, and I cannot thank you enough for the support. Links for my Discord and Patreon are in the description if you'd like to check things out. I'll see you in the next one.